All right, everybody, it's your boy Genius out at the range today. Been shooting the Kuna from Springfield. If it ain't up already, it will be soon. But I promised I would try to do these videos occasionally where either something is said in the comment section that intrigues me a great deal, or a very point blank matter of fact question that pops up a lot that I just feel the need to address. And again, remember, it's just my opinion, okay? You do you. This is just what I would or would not do. Before I get started about the topic of this video, as always, want to invite you to know Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. If you don't know, if you're not sure, don't procrastinate any longer. Allow me to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ with you. Reach out to me in the comment section or at gsquaredtactical@gmail.com and allow Amanda or I to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ with you. Also, consider going over supporting us on Patreon. If you like what we do, down to earth, blue collar, everyday gun people reviews, we will need your support a lot sooner than later to continue to buy ammunition, new release guns as they come out, and trying to really elevate our channel as we have. We've been trying to push people over to our website at gsquaredtactical.com. Click on the link in the corner of the screen here, take you right over there. You can click on the three lines in the corner. Once you get over there, a scroll will pop down. Click on support the channel. It'll have a box. It'll say name your price. It'll be pre-inserted with $5. If you want to pay more or less than that, wipe that out, put in the amount you would like to pay. That is a one-time donation. It is not reoccurring like Patreon is, but you can also cancel on Patreon anytime. But we do get the most of what you donate through the website, like 97%. If you can't donate anything, we totally understand that, but it's absolutely free to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe right now and watch the video in its entirety. So it's intriguing to me, these arguments, and I typically don't get in the middle of the arguments, but these arguments that will go on back and forth in the comment section about a particular new gun and something somebody doesn't like about it, okay? And almost always the reason they don't like it is associated with carrying the gun, okay? Well, I'm not going to carry it for this reason or carry it for that reason, or, you know, it's uncarryable because of this, or, you know, this sticks out too far, that sticks out. I mean, just the back and forth about, and I'm thinking to myself, especially since I see a lot of these people in the comment section a lot, because I'm very active in my comment section, because why else am I doing this? And I know some of these people, and I know that they have said that they carry X, Y, or Z gun. You know, this is what I carry. This is my everyday carry gun, you know, yada, yada, yada. But yet here they are having a conversation about this new release gun and carrying it, right? That has happened a lot recently with the compensated guns or the ported guns, which, you know, I've already done a video that I wouldn't carry one of those, and I gave my reasons why. Leaving out and or forgetting the fact of just pulling from a holstered position and maybe having to shoot right along in here and, you know, getting that metal in your face and stuff. I forgot about that being a reason, but nonetheless, people talking about I can't carry it, I'm just going to stick with my original one, or I wish they would have done this, it made it easier for me to carry. And I just can't help but thinking, like, are these people switching up their carry guns every single time a new gun is released? And you might say, well, Gene, why are you doing these reviews then? If people are not going to carry that gun, if they're not going to buy that gun because they would carry it, then what's the point in doing the reviews? Well, when you reach a place of gun buying that I have, you know, having owned over 500 guns in my life, currently owning, you know, 105 or 10 guns or what have you, yes, of course, you go and you buy the new release guns, and honestly, it never crosses your mind that it may end up being a new carry gun for you. It's a new gun, and you want to shoot it, and you know, and a lot of times it's a range toy. I love my CZ P10 compensated or ported, but it's a range toy. That's all it's ever going to be for me, is a range toy. Yes, of course, that's the reason I bought it. So I don't care about some of the little novelties that people talk about why it's not carryable, because I'm not going to carry the gun, pure and simple. So I just think to myself, like, are these people changing up their carry guns all the time? And if so, how does that work for them, okay? Because I call me an old FUD, but I pretty much use or carry the same guns that I've carried for the last 15 years. The only guns that have really changed that for me in the past year or so would be the carbon compact Mako from Kimber. I did switch up and start carrying that gun a good bit, but you know, humor me here, I put about 2,000 rounds through that gun and I became intimately familiar with it, and I carried it almost exclusively for about 6 months after that, okay? The CC9 from HK, that kind of changed me up for a summer carry. The Bodyguard 2.0, that changed my mind about a pocket carry. Okay, sure. But I did become intimately familiar with those guns, and it's very rare that a gun is newly released and it changes my mind. First of all, I don't go into it purchasing it with the idea of it being a carry gun. Why do I do the reviews on it and approach it as though it were a carry gun? Well, because someone may be watching that's actually looking for a carry gun. Maybe it's their first gun. Maybe it's a gun maybe they've never had a gun before. Maybe this will be their very first carry gun. So there's your reason for why I review it as though it will be a carry gun, because it may be for some people. But I see these folks going back and forth in the comment section about it being carryable versus it not being carryable. And I've saw these people before talk about the gun that they carry all the time, but every video they're talking about it not being carryable, or it's carryable. I'm going to buy this is going to be my new carry. And I'm just perplexed and scratching my head like, surely they're not changing up their carry guns that often, because in my opinion that's just not a very smart thing to do. You know, and again, just remember, it's my opinion. And why is that? Because your carry gun should be something that's like a glove to you. It should literally fit you like a glove. It should be something that you will at least once a month, maybe even twice a month, practice with. You know, practice pulling from retention. It should be something that, you know, you take off your side every day. Maybe you rack the round out. Maybe you dry fire the gun. It should be something that's like part of you, like a second skin almost, okay? That's how intimately familiar you should become with the gun you choose to carry. And I've told you, I've already done a video that mostly my wintertime carry will bounce between a Glock 36, and it was, again, at one point my Kimber Mako, and it still may be. I'm very familiar with that gun. And then, of course, my Glock Koa, my Glock 45 Koa. I carry that gun a good bit. But prior to that, it was my Glock 36 and occasionally not occasionally, a lot actually, my CZ P07, okay? So I carried my Glock 36 and my CZ P07. I alternated between those two for wintertime carry for about 10 years. Like literally never changed. Those were my go-tos. I never changed from them. No matter how many guns I bought, they were Safe Queens and range toys. Those were my two guns, okay? When the Glock 45 Koa came along, that was something I didn't know I needed until it was here, okay? That did change my mind a little bit. I was so good with that gun. I was already so familiar with the Glock platform as is, and it did change it up a little bit, okay? Same with the Kimber Mako. So I did switch up and start carrying those two, but I didn't bounce back and forth. You know, I carried one for the entirety of the winter, okay? I never bounced back and forth between them, okay? My pocket carry was my SIG P938. If you've watched the channel for very long, you know I exclusively carry that gun for about 7 years, okay? And then the Bodyguard 2.0 come along. But you have to understand, me out here running thousands of rounds through these guns, I have become intimately familiar with them, and I wonder how many people buy these guns and they switch up and start carrying the gun over what it is they're already carrying that they're probably intimately familiar with. Are they genuinely familiarizing themselves with that new carry gun they just bought? Or did they go out and put 100 rounds through it? Maybe, probably in a lot of cases, didn't even run their carry ammo and just decide to put it on their side and start shooting. Yeah, I mean, if that be the case, in my opinion, that is just irresponsible, honestly. And I also think, again, just my opinion, that it could be considered irresponsible to constantly be changing up your carry guns. I don't know. Again, old FUD, I get it. Remember, it's just my opinion. I don't want to start up no crap storm in the comment section. This is just my opinion. I don't think it's a good idea to be constantly changing up your carry guns. I think you should find something. Now listen, if you get something and you like it better than your current setup, like the Kowa 45 for me, like the Mako R7, okay, fine. Take the time it takes to make that your new second skin. Train, practice with it, with carry ammo, different types of carry ammo, and become intimately familiar with it before you change it up. But overall, I just don't get into the whole changing up my carry guns. I stick to the same 4 or 5 guns different times of the year for the same reason. The rest of them are toys, range toys, and just safe queens, and just to be able to show people and tell people I have them. Thanks so much for watching. Let's talk about it in the comment section. As always, on this beautiful day that the Lord has made, to God only be the glory.